D-Ray Cruz here, your life applications officer. I have to say this because I want people to understand that we know that I think the world around us seems to think that we judge things just based on the way it looks. We don't judge anything based on way it looks. On the way it looks, we judge things based on the content and the lack of reality and the lack of edification that that thing offers. Okay, you can read up on stuff even in your circles, even in your what do you want to call it? Your place in life, the place that you've chosen to be, the team that you plan to be on. You can look up your own side of the internet if you have one or whatever you want, and you'll see the same thing. And what's funny is a lot of people don't realize that we know better. Okay, and just because we know better, this is where the whole Christian thing comes in. Just because we know better doesn't mean that we don't indulge. Okay, if just because something is wrong, that doesn't mean that it's not enticing. That doesn't mean that it doesn't fill a void in a generic way. Okay, if you're lonely, okay, it doesn't take, it only takes another body for you to be unlonely. Now, you may not be completely companionated because there's certain things. Let's say, for example, you're lonely, so you go out and get a kid. You go out and adopt a child. Well, that child needs to be a child apart from you. So therefore, it's some of those times when you would feel the most loneliest, that child wants to go play with other kids. I used to have this problem when I was with my daughters, when I was raising my daughters. Like, first of all, my daughters want to be around girls. Second of all, my daughters want to be around people their age that want to do their little silly things. I'm too strict to be hanging around kids. And I used to go places with my daughters. I said this before in other videos. I used to go places with my daughters and try to hang out. And then I was like, okay, I'm leaving. Okay. Y'all have a great time, because, there's nothing for adults in this situation. And anybody who is chaperoning these kids, like, high five, buddy. High five, ma'am. You're doing a great job. You know, long as my daughters get home safely, without being, influenced in a wrong way or something, I'm fine with it. But we hate to say that anybody is influenced in the wrong way. We're not allowed to say that. Who are we to say that anybody is being influenced in the wrong way? You know, I believe that I'm allowed to say it because I believe in what God has given us to truly believe in. Let me say that again. I believe that I'm allowed to say it because I believe in what God has truly given us to believe in. And now, getting to the point, sexuality is male and female. We as women are concerned about detail. We as men are more concerned about destiny and getting the thing done. Okay? Both of these work in the bedroom. Okay? Both of these attitudes work um, in a relationship. But when you tamper with that, and see, it's not just so much about people, about what gay people are doing in the bedroom and what they're wearing and the roles that they play in a relationship. It's about sexuality. There are women out there, and I live around them every day. I deal with them every day, who have a problem with their own sexuality. That's how a lot of women get into feminism. They think that it's the man that taught them how to get up in the morning and put on a dress and makeup and do their hair. And it might have been society that have helped them over sexualize this thing. I agree. But it is the fact that they are a woman, it is in themselves as females that they see it one time as a young female child. They see it one time and they say, oh, I gotta get up in the morning and I want to look like my mom, or I want to look like my sister, or I want to look like Halle Berry, or whatever. I want to get up in the morning, I want to put on makeup, and I want to have nice teeth, and I want to have my hair a certain way, and blah 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 blah. And the problem with that is that all women don't have it the same way, but yet you're still women. Doesn't change your sexuality. You're still women. Black women don't get up and say, "Oh, I want my hair hanging down my back, and I want to tie my hair, and I want the long end to protrude." You don't get to do that as a black woman unless you wear a weave, and it's all about women and men being satisfied with who they are. Just yesterday, me and a friend of mine at work, we were talking about, us walking around looking like the two cone heads because we're both bald and we got our head cut the same way. And I was looking in the mirror and I was like, gotta fix my hair, man, And he was like, hairs, not hair, hairs, all 5 of them. I said, no, I only got 3, okay? But we were having fun with that. But the thing is, the truth of the matter is, I don't look the way a lot of other guys look. But I am pro man. I am pro alpha. I am a man. And I think and act and do like men do. Not only because I think I know, but because I've been around real men and I've read the Word of God. And I've read what God calls an alpha male compared to what we do. And I read about what God calls a beta male compared to what we call beta male. Okay? So it all starts with us. For example, like I said, black folks, for example, if you get up in the morning and you're ashamed of the color of your skin, of your own skin, okay, that's going to affect you in society. If you get up in the morning and you're ashamed of your hair, that's going to affect you in society. If you get up in the morning and realize that people have stereotypes, that people have natural desires for different peoples, like One person walks in the room and people go out of their way to assist him. Another person walks in the room and is like, what do you want, dude? You know what I'm saying? And that's just the way it is. Okay? So we have to get to a point to where we accept ourselves as we are. That's the first thing in life. Accept yourself as you are. If you don't have gray hair, you don't have gray hair. If you don't have stringy hair, you don't have stringy hair. If you don't have fair skin, you don't have fair skin. If you feel that your neighbor is prettier than you, you're supposed to feel that your neighbor is prettier than you. What's wrong with that? You're supposed to feel that your neighbor is prettier than you. It's called humility. I'm supposed to feel that every man is better looking than me. It's called humility. Okay? There's nothing wrong with giving people the credit that you don't give yourself. The Bible says, let another man praise you and not yourself. So if anybody wants to tell me that I'm handsome, if anybody wants to compliment this baldness, if anybody wants to, compliment anything about me, it would be somebody else and not myself. Okay? Now, in closing, living the gay lifestyle, you think we don't know, but we do. We know that it begins with you. It doesn't begin with gay sex. It doesn't begin with whether you like girls or whether you like guys or what you like. It begins with you and you struggling with your own sexuality. Because when a woman gets up in the morning, when a woman goes to work, she does that as a female. And there's a way that they walk and talk and act. And it doesn't take, they're not taught this. Okay, except for just watching their parents move. But they're not really taught this. It comes natural. Now, it don't come natural for all women. So what do you do if you get up? And see, this is where we're ashamed to be humans. Because if you get up and you have to look at somebody else and say, what is a man? What is a woman? Then you feel ashamed, but you don't have to feel ashamed. You need to learn what a man is. You need to learn what a woman is. A man wanting to lay down with someone that looks like himself is not the male gender. That's not a male attitude. A woman wanting to be in the aggression and walk around like, some aggressive tough type is not feminism. It is feminism. It's not feminine. Okay, if I said that right. It's not feminine. It's not feminine. Okay? Women have to stop being ashamed of being the more delicate sex. They have to stop being ashamed of that. Men have to stop being ashamed of being alpha males, of being aggressive. Because these two things, when they come together, one is the predator and the other one is the prey, let's say. That works because that's how you came together. If both of you are predators, then you ain't going to do nothing but come together and fight. Nobody gets to eat the meat. Nothing happens if both are predators. If both of you are, sissies, okay, same reaction. Nothing gets done. Okay? Now, when the predator meets the prey, what happens? Somebody gets fed. Okay? But in the animal kingdom, all predators, okay, have their prey. Whether you're talking about a roach or a mountain lion. Okay? Everybody has their prey. Okay? And everybody has the thing that is an aggressiveness to them. Okay? And we have to stop being ashamed of that. We have to stop being ashamed of what part we play. I'm a man, and I have yet to be the kind of man a lot of my peers are. But, I'm humble, and so I sit back and watch and take notes, and I ask for help from these men that are more aggressive and stronger and have been more experienced in things than me. I ask them for help in being a man. There's nothing wrong with that. This is how you keep from being gay. You ask for help from the real men. That might sound homophobic or sound like bigotry to you, but that's your problem. Everything is homophobic and bigotry. Where did this come from? Come from you and your problems with your own sexuality. God already set it the standard. And I was reading some things on the internet today. Gay people cannot really pinpoint exactly what they love about homosexuality. They can't really express it. Everything it makes me feel aggressive. Why do you need to feel aggressive if you really are aggressive? But it makes me feel aggressive. And then it makes me feel full. It makes me feel like I'm getting something that others aren't getting. You know what I'm saying? But heterosexuals don't have this. If you ask a woman what she loves about her sexuality with her husband or several male partners, the answer is instant. And vice versa, the man that's heterosexual, if you ask him, the answer is instant. It's quick. Because why? It's not because every woman we slept with was just that great of sex in bed, or vice versa, every male that she slept with was that great in bed. What it is that we understand, and see, y'all don't think we know this, but we understand that sexuality is a conscious decision about sexuality. I'm a man, and I believe that by nature. I believe that when I look in the mirror. I believe that by coming up, and being taught the right things. I believe that. And so what do? That's where I go. What are the men doing? What are the men doing today? Okay? Why am I sitting in the house when I should be out there with the men? Even if I'm not a hunter, it's good to know how it's done. Even if I don't care about fishing, it's good to know how it's done. Even if I'm not going to go out there and climb anything, it's good to know this is what men do. Okay? I don't have to join the military to be a man. But it's good to know and understand and relate to people that are in the military. Okay? On both my feet, not on my knees. You see what I'm saying? Okay? And vice versa. Okay? We got to get back to the place to where we understand that we are men and we are women. We are male and female. There's only two genders. Sorry. But there's only two genders. Okay? And, women are the delicates. Women are the fruit of a sexual relationship. Okay? The man is the tool. Okay? You got the event on the table, and these are the utensils to make it work, to cook it up and make it work. And that's how it is. A woman is the fruit. Okay? A man is the tool. Those are the two icons of being male and female. That's why women have more body parts than men do. And it's very ironic and silly for a man to think that he can lay down and take it like a woman. Excuse me. And it's very ironic and silly for a woman to think that she can do to a woman what a man can do. And even if, you can add gratification and stimulation, that is not fulfillment. That is not fulfillment. Okay? That is not fulfillment. And you want us to believe that you're fulfilled, but you know what? Fulfilled people don't have to go out and be activists and protest and be angry. It's the same thing with Black Lives Matter. Is Black Lives Matter really about white people not respecting black people, so therefore we have to march and protest? Or is it about black people not being happy with themselves as black people in their own sector? It's all gay. It is. It's all gay. It's all you being in this fantasy world to where you think you are better off doing this, but yet to cover it up, you have to go out and protest and be activists and fight and claim to be victims of something, but yet you chose to dress like you do. You chose to, have more sex than everybody else and have more babies than everybody else. Okay? You chose to be the kind of woman you are to a black man, and you chose to degrade your black women totally beyond and off the hook compared to the way a white man would do his white women, or these Asian men are doing these Asian women, or Spanish men are doing Spanish women. Okay? You totally degrade these black women when you aren't honest with them and you don't care to control, help her control, pregnancy and getting pregnant and having all these children out of wedlock. Men, you are in control. And that is the big thing in the world today, that men are in control, but we don't utilize that control. You know that men are in control because who runs the porn industry? It ain't women. Even though there's more gayism in porn today more than any other time in history. Okay? But it ain't a woman that's controlling porn. It's a man. And he got all these women trafficked and willing to do all these different things in order to survive. And on camera, it looks so delicious. On camera, it looks like they're having so much fun. But really, behind the scenes, and that's not just porn, that's everybody that's sexually out of control. It's not just porn. I did a video on this not too long ago, too. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that is a fornicator is pornographic. Okay? Because there's only two genders and there's only one sexuality. You're either the fruit or you're the fork. Okay, which are you? Are you the fruit or are you the fork? Okay. Are you the cup or are you the coffee? Okay. One goes in the other. And it's not just like that in the bedroom. It's like that in everything in our lives. Now, a lot of you will argue and say that, well, two men can do the cup and the coffee thing. Two men can do that. I can be coffee, I can be a cup. That's the problem. That's the problem. Do you think that you can be a cup as well as a woman can? You cannot. You cannot. And if you read on the internet, with men and women that are willing to be honest, even in the gay community, men and women that are willing to be honest, you'll see that, nah. They'll be honest with you and tell you that there's nothing to replace a vagina. There's nothing more fresher or more giving than a woman. And vice versa. The woman towards the man. Okay? You know. This affects everything in life. Everything is gay in America today. What's that mean? That means that everything is crooked while we lie to ourselves and tell ourselves that we are victims. While we lie to ourselves and tell us that we have to have things a certain way. When we don't. We don't. Okay? We don't have to go against our natural human sexuality. We don't have to go against the natural way that men and women are supposed to coexist together. We don't have to go against our races or go against your race or anything because our race is lacking something. Okay? We don't have to do that. We can be people, okay, created in the image of God, not just Christians, but we're all created in the image of God. So, we got to get it together, folks. I'm just trying to help. Okay? DeRoy Cruz here, your life applications officer. I just wanted to, that was bugging me as I read something on the internet today and I seen the honesty where they're trying to be dishonest, but they're really being honest, okay? Because they're putting themselves all out there and, you think that we don't know and you think that we don't care. We do know and we do care. This bugs us every day of our lives. We care more about you than you care about yourself. You just, you know what I'm saying? You just pick a plate and eat off of it. You don't care where it was washed, how long it's been sitting there collecting dust or whatever. You picked up the plate, it looked white, so you ate off of it. Okay? You saw something and it smelled okay, so you ate it. You know what I'm saying? Because you was hungry. But you didn't ask the right questions. And we have to get back to the place of asking the right questions. Homosexuals are not asking the right questions. Okay? And the people that are relating to homosexuals and defending the homosexuals are not asking the right questions. You're not asking Christians the right questions. That's why you think Christians are bigots, because you're not asking us the right questions. You're not asking yourself the right question. Okay? You're not asking yourself the right question. Begin to ask the right questions, and you'll get. Begin to ask the right questions to the right people, and you'll get better answers. God bless you. I'm D. Roy Cruz, your Life Applications Officer, signing off. Thank you for watching.